They thought their numbers gave them power, but they forgot who they were up against. You're not just surviving, you're thriving, standing tall, solo, and unshaken. They're not afraid of what you've done. They're terrified of who you are, divinely guided, chosen, and unstoppable. You don't need their approval or alliances because what's behind you is greater than anything in front of you. Keep thriving because your light is what they can't control. The resilience of a solitary force is unmatched. You've chosen a path that doesn't rely on their validation or their fragile alliances, and that shakes them to their core. They cannot fathom how you advance without needing their approval or their collective noise to define your worth. By standing alone, you've stripped away distractions, revealing a clarity and purpose they could only dream of. This isn't isolation, it's refined strength. You've separated from the chaos to focus on the essence of your mission, a strategy they can't comprehend. What they see as solitude is, in truth, a fortress of intention. Your independence exposes their insecurities, while they gather in groups, desperately seeking validation for their actions. Your unwavering stride highlights their dependence. Your strength is not diluted by the opinions of others. It is concentrated, grounded in a source they cannot touch. This terrifies them because they see the power in your singular focus, a force that doesn't bend to their expectations. You move not with the approval of the many, but with the certainty of divine alignment, and that makes you untouchable. Your faith is the foundation they cannot shake, a confidence rooted in a higher purpose that defies fear and manipulation. While they scramble to fortify themselves with numbers, you rise as a singular force, guided by something far greater than their comprehension. They fear you because they sense the truth. There is no breaking someone who stands firm in their calling. They watch with confusion and awe as you dismantle obstacles with unwavering faith and conviction. Your journey mirrors those who came before, those who stood alone, yet reshaped the world. Moses walked into Pharaoh's court with nothing but a staff and divine command. Martin Luther stood against an empire of tradition, armed only with the truth. This is the legacy of the chosen, a solitary strength that moves mountains while the crowd looks on in disbelief. The strength of unwavering determination is a force that transcends comprehension. Choosing a path away from the familiar noise isn't an act of isolation, it's a declaration of purpose. It's like a lone tree growing on a cliffside, defying winds and storms to stand firm. Its roots reaching into the unseen depths. Those bound by fear and conformity watch in confusion and awe, unable to grasp how such resilience can exist. Your ability to step away from collective illusions and carve your path shines a light on their insecurities, exposing what they lack: courage, conviction, and the faith to walk without the safety of numbers. Your independence is not just a choice, it's a challenge to their dependency. While they cling to one another to validate their fears and doubts, you move forward with a clarity they can't emulate. This disarms them, for they depend on control to thrive, and you've shown them a strength that cannot be manipulated. Your quiet resolve, rooted in a force they cannot see or touch, is a reminder that their influence ends where your conviction begins. They've built their strategies on the foundations of fear, but your unshakable presence renders those tools ineffective. Their attempts to plant doubt falter in the face of your certainty. Their illusions crumble in the light of your calm. You don't respond to intimidation, nor do you falter in the presence of their schemes. Instead, you reflect their fragility back to them, a mirror they can't bear to look into. When you stand with purpose, unflinching and unwavering, you dismantle their ability to predict or control. Their power, once rooted in the fear of others, dissipates when they see that your strength comes from within. It's not something they can take or diminish, and that terrifies them. Your journey is not about overpowering them. It's about transcending their limits and showing what true freedom looks like. Feel what it truly means to be chosen. You're not alone on this journey. If deep down you feel that you're chosen, you've come to the right place. Take the next step in connecting with us, unlocking exclusive content, and receiving the support you need on your spiritual path by clicking the Join button. This isn't just about being part of a community, it's about accessing unique insights that can transform your life and bring you closer to your divine calling. Make the choice today and walk this journey with us. Claim your place among the chosen ones. Join now. The weapons they wield, deception, intimidation, and doubt, hold no power over you because your foundation is unshakable. They underestimated the depth of your conviction, assuming you could be swayed by their schemes. But their attempts to destabilize only revealed their own fragility. They thrive on the fear and submission of others, but you refuse to give them what they crave. Your resolve strips away their facade, exposing the hollow foundation of their control. Their authority was never built on strength. It was built on the compliance of those too afraid to challenge it. When you stand firm, grounded in faith, their carefully constructed empire begins to crumble. You don't merely survive their attacks, you dismantle their strategies with your unwavering focus. Your presence is a force that disrupts their plans before they even take shape. While they rely on numbers and alliances to mask their weaknesses, you walk your path with clarity, supported by a strength they cannot comprehend. Their greatest weapon, fear, falls flat against the armor of your conviction. You aren't defiant for the sake of rebellion. You stand firm because you know who you are and who guides you. This kind of unshaken confidence is something they cannot replicate, and it terrifies them. Each step you take radiates an authority that silences their efforts. They may gather in groups, clinging to each other for validation, but their collective noise is no match for the clarity of a single soul aligned with divine purpose. Your strength lies not in numbers, but in the certainty of your mission. Their attempts to isolate or intimidate you only highlight their desperation, while your calm presence becomes a testament to your resilience. You are not distracted by their chaos. Instead, you rise above it, demonstrating a power rooted in something far greater than their understanding. Your journey to greatness starts here. Subscribe now, and let's make it happen. What they fail to grasp is that your strength comes from a source they cannot touch. It's not borrowed from circumstances or alliances. It flows from within, forged by the trials you faced and the purpose you carry. Their power was always an illusion, dependent on compliance and fear. But you've chosen a different path, one where your focus and determination make their strategies obsolete. You move forward, not because of them, but in spite of them. With each victory, you reaffirm the truth. A single soul guided by divine purpose can stand against any storm. Your strength is not forged in comfort, but in the trials that have tested every fiber of your being. Through adversity, you've become a living testament to the power of resilience, shedding fears and doubts like old skin. They thought the fire would consume you, but it refined you instead. Every obstacle they placed in your path became a stepping stone, elevating you beyond their reach. Their strategies crumble not because they lack effort, but because they cannot grasp the depth of your purpose. Leadership isn't about numbers, it's about clarity and direction. You exemplify this truth with the precision of a master strategist. Your every move disrupts their plans, revealing the weaknesses they've tried so hard to conceal. They thrive on confusion, hoping to catch you hesitating, but you respond with an unwavering focus that slices through their chaos like a blade. Each step forward sends shockwaves through their collective, fracturing the unity they thought would overpower you. It's not just your victories that unsettle them, it's the manner in which you achieve them. They are confronted with a reality they cannot deny. You're not merely surviving, you're flourishing. Their illusions of strength dissolve in the face of your calm defiance, and their authority falters because it was never built on anything real. Your strength doesn't come from isolation. It flows from a source they cannot comprehend. You carry within you a force that transcends human understanding, and this makes you unstoppable. They see in you the embodiment of change, a shift they cannot control or contain. Every action you take rewrites the narrative they worked so hard to craft. They relied on fear as their weapon, but you wield an unshakable resolve that nullifies their efforts. While they gather in numbers, seeking validation and safety in their collective, you move alone, guided by a purpose that makes their strategies irrelevant. You're not a lone figure standing against the odds. You're a force of transformation, a harbinger of a new reality. Their greatest fear isn't just losing control, it's the realization that their control was an illusion all along. As you dismantle their schemes with grace and precision, they're left scrambling to hold on to a structure that's already crumbling. You're not just resisting the old order, you're building something new, something they cannot stop. The limits they imposed are gone, replaced by the boundless possibilities you embody. You are the storm they never saw coming, and their fear is proof that you're exactly where you're meant to be. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. Just as the ocean calms after the storm, your stillness is not emptiness, it is preparation. Like Jesus in the wilderness, solitude becomes your crucible, stripping away distractions and forging clarity. What others see as isolation, God uses as a workshop, crafting within you the resilience and focus needed for your higher calling. This quiet space is not a setback. It is the stage where divine strength is cultivated. In those silent moments when it seemed like no answers would come, God was speaking louder than ever. The quiet you feared wasn't rejection, it was refinement. Every trial became a chisel, shaping your spirit and revealing strength you didn't know you possessed. What felt like abandonment was, in fact, elevation. The struggles didn't break you, they fortified you, equipping you with wisdom and unshakable purpose. Now, you emerge stronger. The lessons of solitude have armed you with clarity that disrupts your adversaries' plans before they even form. Their strategies of manipulation fail because you stand rooted in divine alignment. You've learned that true power isn't found in crowds or validation, but in faith forged in silence. What they misunderstood as weakness has become your greatest strength. You are unstoppable. They watch as you move through trials, expecting you to falter under the weight of adversity. But instead of breaking, you've become a testament to unyielding strength. They fail to grasp the depth of your resilience because their understanding is rooted in fear, not faith. What baffles them most is your calm assurance, an assurance that isn't tethered to circumstances but is anchored in something eternal. It's not your actions that scare them, it's the divine certainty behind them. While they attempt to shake your foundation with whispers of doubt, you stand firm, guided by a purpose far beyond their comprehension. Each obstacle they place in your path becomes a stepping stone for your growth. Their schemes are designed to destabilize, yet all they manage to do is strengthen your footing. Like a tree rooted deep in the soil, every storm that shakes you only serves to fortify your roots. They're accustomed to seeing fear in the face of adversity, but your resolve disrupts their plans. When they try to ensnare you in chaos, you respond with clarity. Their attempts to derail you reveal more about their own fragility than any weakness in you. Your quiet confidence dismantles their strategies before they even take shape. You move with a wisdom that doesn't conform to their tactics. They rely on numbers and noise, while you wield discernment and faith. Your actions are deliberate, each step aligned with a higher plan. Their strength, built on manipulation, falters when faced with your authenticity. They underestimated the force of someone who walks with unwavering trust in divine timing. Every failure to destabilize you exposes their lack of control, not just over you, but over themselves. They sought to dim your light, but instead, it now shines brighter, revealing their shadows for what they are. What they fail to realize is that every challenge they send your way only prepares you for greater victories. Their attempts to undermine you become tools for your refinement, shaping you into a force they cannot match. They expected your setbacks to define you, but instead, they have propelled you toward breakthroughs. You stand not as one who has simply endured, but as someone who has been elevated, made stronger by trials meant to weaken. It is this transformation that terrifies them most, for it is proof that their influence is powerless against the shield of divine favor that surrounds you. You've faced battles that others couldn't fathom, yet here you are, not just standing, but thriving. It's not luck or coincidence, it's purpose. Every obstacle you've overcome has been a building block in the structure of your unshakable strength. They see it, and it unsettles them. Your presence alone is a testament to a power they can't influence. While they scatter in confusion, trying to undermine you, you remain steadfast. Solitude, far from being a disadvantage, becomes the crucible where your purpose is refined. It's in these moments of separation that distractions fade, and the voice of divine guidance becomes unmistakable. When you step away from the noise, you step into clarity. The voices that once tried to sway you, the fleeting approval of others, they no longer hold weight. In this space, your gifts, long overshadowed by doubt and noise, begin to shine. Challenges don't break you. They uncover what's been within you all along. In solitude, you don't lose, you gain. You gain vision, strength, and an unwavering sense of direction. They fear your independence because it highlights their own dependence. They can't understand how you operate without the validation they crave. But what they don't realize is that your strength doesn't come from external sources. It's been divinely placed within you, waiting to be awakened. Now is the time to share God's blessings. By clicking the super thank you button on YouTube, you can contribute to His plan and be part of this divine mission with a donation of $100 or more. Every gift reflects God's generosity, and I believe it will come back to you exponentially, far beyond your expectations. Remember, His protection and blessings are on your every step and every donation. You become part of His divine plan. You are a strong, radiant being, unshakable as His mighty rock. Witness God's miracles, feel the fruits of your generosity in your soul, and illuminate the world with confidence and courage. Be blessed and let the light of the Lord guide your path. This is your moment. Subscribe now and let's turn dreams into reality. This season isn't punishment, it's preparation. Every limitation they placed on you, every rule they created to box you in, has only served to show you how to break free. You don't walk their paths because they were never meant for you. Instead, you forge your own, guided by purpose and divine assurance. The doubts they planted, they're gone. The fear they hoped would stop you, it's now your fuel. They see the transformation, and it terrifies them. You've unlocked a power they can't touch, a resolve that doesn't falter, a faith that doesn't waver. As you shed what no longer serves you, you become unstoppable. This is why you are set apart, to lead, to inspire, to embody what it means to live aligned with divine purpose. Let their fear serve as confirmation. You are walking the path you were always meant to. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. Psalm 37, verse 23. Your journey is not about following paths, but creating them. Like a river carving through rock, your purpose reshapes what others thought unchangeable. Quiet the chaos. God's whispers guide you in the stillness. Your gifts are not random. They're tools for a mission only you can fulfill. Faith demands bold action. Each step disrupts the status quo, inspiring others to confront their limits and see what's possible through courage and purpose. Your path is not a solitary endeavor. It's a ripple in the waters of collective transformation. As others observe your unwavering determination, it challenges them to rise above their doubts and excuses. They begin to see what's possible when courage replaces fear and when purpose overcomes hesitation. By standing strong in your faith and pursuing your mission, you demonstrate that greatness isn't confined to numbers or external validation. Your actions speak louder than words, showing that one person aligned with divine purpose can create profound change. The ripples you create extend far beyond your own journey, touching lives you may never know. This journey is about more than breaking barriers. It's about leaving a legacy. The steps you take today carve a new path for others to follow, one that defies the limitations of fear and conformity. The courage you display inspires others to find their own strength and take their first steps toward a life of purpose. You are not walking alone. You are walking with intention, clarity, and faith. And in doing so, you are creating something extraordinary, a new way forward, a reminder that with faith and boldness, there are no limits to what can be achieved. Your life is a testament to what it means to rise above the noise, to trust in the strength that comes from within, and to walk boldly in purpose. Those who witness your journey see more than just determination. They see what it looks like to embrace divine alignment. Your actions carry a message that words could never fully capture. You challenge the status quo, urging others to recognize their own power and step into their God-given potential. While many seek strength in numbers, you show that true impact comes from unwavering focus and purpose. You don't chase validation or approval because your identity is rooted in something unshakable, a foundation that cannot be swayed by opinions or fears. This path you walk isn't easy. It demands clarity, courage, and a willingness to stand firm when others falter. It terrifies those who rely on control because your independence highlights their dependency. By refusing to bow to external pressures, you expose the fragility of systems that depend on conformity. Your steadfast commitment to purpose challenges others to reevaluate their choices and seek out their own alignment. Your independence is not about isolation, but preparation. It's about creating space to refine your gifts and focus on the calling that has been placed within you. This deliberate choice allows you to grow without distraction and hear the voice of God more clearly. Trusting in divine timing, you move forward even when the path isn't fully visible, knowing that clarity comes through action. This journey requires faith, a confidence that doesn't waver in the face of uncertainty. Your trust in the process reveals a strength that others can't ignore. They see your focus and feel its impact, even if they don't fully understand it. Your ability to move with purpose disrupts their reliance on external validation. Where they see fear, you see opportunity. Where they hesitate, you act. Living with this kind of purpose is not arrogance. It's a quiet assurance that comes from knowing you are walking the path set for you. Your independence doesn't isolate you. It empowers you to stand firm in who you are. This is why your presence is so powerful. It's not just about what you say or do, but the confidence you carry, born out of alignment with God's plan. As you move forward, you inspire others to do the same. Your life becomes an invitation for them to break free from limitations and step into their own purpose. The ripple effect of your actions reaches far beyond what you can see, sparking transformation in ways you may never fully know. In the end, your journey isn't about being alone. It's about being aligned. And in that alignment, you find strength, clarity, and a purpose that defies limitations. I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my loving eye on you. Psalm 32:8. You're not following, you're forging. Like Moses parting the sea, your steps create a way where none existed. Faith sharpens your focus, cutting through distractions like fear and doubt. Trust in God as your guide, knowing each step uncovers the next. Boldness becomes your tool, carving clarity from chaos. With divine purpose, you're unstoppable, a light breaking through the dark. Your resilience is a testament to the strength of walking a solitary path with God. You face storms that would have overwhelmed others, yet here you stand, undaunted, unwavering, and victorious. Your solitude is not a void. It is a sanctuary where your gifts are refined, your vision is clarified, and your strength is fortified. In choosing to walk alone, you've discovered the profound truth that you are never truly alone. You've walked with a power that others cannot see, but undeniably feel. A power that dismantles every obstacle and silences every adversary. Ready to unlock your power? Subscribe now, and let's take the first step together. Your journey is proof that the greatest victories are won not through alliances or external validation, but through a steadfast commitment to purpose and faith. You are not bound by the rules others create. You rewrite them with every step forward. And as you continue to move, you show the world that true greatness is born not from conformity, but from the courage to create new paths. Through every trial, you've uncovered a strength that even you may not have realized you carried. Every setback was a lesson, every challenge a refinement of the power within you. They don't fear your solitude, they fear the presence that surrounds you in it. You walk not alone, but with a divine force that amplifies your resilience and sharpens your purpose. What they see in you is something they cannot control, a clarity of vision and an unshakable resolve that defy their attempts to destabilize. Your strength isn't born from numbers or alliances. It's forged in alignment with the higher calling on your life. It's time to let your story shine, not for recognition, but as a beacon for those still navigating their own challenges. Let them see that victory isn't about avoiding struggle. It's about rising above it. Speak boldly, for your voice carries a message of hope and power. Your journey is a testament to what happens when action meets faith, and your triumph is proof that no obstacle can withstand a soul aligned with divine purpose. By sharing your path, you illuminate the possibilities for others, showing that the mountains they face can be moved, not by might, but by unwavering belief and determined action. Your life isn't just a series of victories, it's an unfolding example of what happens when courage meets destiny. You carry the authority to speak truth and to inspire change, not because of what you've gained, but because of what you've endured and overcome. Walk forward, knowing your strength is not only a gift, but a responsibility to lead others into their own power. What you've achieved is a ripple, and with every word, every act of faith, you create waves that will continue to change lives.